Hello everybody, welcome back to the second episode of Farsight Scouting. Today we'll be delving into the beta track, where our heroes will take on the Tau Empire, fighting for the greater good. Fitting, given that we're trying to unlock a Tau character, but I'm not a big fan of fighting loads of suppressive fire enemies. Our heroes will be able to simultaneously tackle both the Resilient restriction and the Bolter restriction. If you're confused how I'm using certain characters that are exactly what a user asked for, it's because as an official content creator for Tacticus, I have access to a test build of the game and test servers, meaning that I can tweak characters, set their ranks, rarities, etc., and I can also obviously play the battles before the event starts. With that out of the way, let's talk about our heroes. The user in question asked us to use Lucien, Tyrith, Yarrick, and Trajann. He actually had Lucien quite high and the rest very, very low, and I tried that, but everyone except Lucien dies immediately. So I decided to get the other three up to Silver 1 with level 26 abilities. Yarrick has rare 7 equipment since he's a rare unlock. Tyrith has epic 9 equipment because I imagine most people unlocked her at epic, and Trajann has legendary 4 equipment because he unlocks the legendary. Lucien, meanwhile, is gold 2 as requested with a level 36 active, level 38 passive, and legendary 3 equipment. Going into detail, our first hero is Lucien. His active is more of an, oh god, what do I do button. Since his health gets set to 50% of his max, he charges an enemy and you no longer can control him. It's really good when he's low on health to bring him back up, but then your fate is in the AI's hands. His passive lets him target 2 enemies per turn, using his normal attack for one and a bolter attack for the other, so he is pretty good in horde mode. On to Tyrith. Her active allows her to charge and hit an enemy, which does not enter her turn, so she can then hit another enemy, and it can be used repeatedly with a 2-turn cooldown. Her passive is the real star in horde mode though. She retaliates whenever someone hits her, if they're in range. This will come in handy later. Yarrick's claim to fame is his summons. He can bring in 2 guardsmen or more at higher rarities to fight for you. His passive also makes sure that if a unit flees from battle fatigue, the rest don't and become stronger because of it. We'll actually see Comrade Yarrick in another video. And yes, I said comrade, not commissar, it's a joke. Finally, Trajann. His active restores health, and then anyone that is adjacent to Trajann moves away, gets some bolter shots in the back. This will also be helpful in horde mode. On to the battles. Beta 4 is a pretty bad map for this group. Lots of bridges and confined spaces, so it takes effort to advance. However, once you make your way to the spawn points, Trajann and Tyrith start to shine, and you can sit back and smile while Tyrith deals with incoming enemies and Trajann handles at least one lave. The reality is that Battle 4 is still pretty easy, so you're never really in danger here. Battle 5 is the exact opposite map. Wide open field, very easy for everyone to push up. And this is also where you can see just how good Tyrith and Trajann can be at protecting spawn points. Put Tyrith on the high ground and she can splat most enemies that come out. Trajann similar with his bolter spear. Yarrick summons at level 26 already kind of tail off here, so he's of limited utility, and Lucien is of course the star of the show. Beta 6 is where things started to get dicey during my play. I actually really dislike this map because it gets super confusing when it's crowded. You're trying to figure out which tiles are adjacent, which ones are higher than others, etc. Anyways, towards the end I ended up having to pop Lucien's active to keep him alive and killing towards the end. Trajann as well needed his active to get back up to health. And Beta 7 was a battle too much for our 4 heroes. I don't know if it was the map, but it certainly had something to do with it. The enemies start hitting a lot harder here, and the spawn points are all on high ground out of reach. The crew can't push up fast enough, and the enemy, especially the damn sniper drones, would quickly overwhelm them if they tried to stay back. The silvers died pretty much instantly, and Lucien wasn't able to hold out much longer. But all in all, 6 battles with the G2 and 3 silvers doesn't seem too bad. I imagine the commenter will also build Trajann to D3 or higher soon, so by the time Farsight 2 comes around, this team could do pretty well. Thanks as always for watching, and see you for installment 3 of Farsight Scouting.